Hello ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? It's Richard Quo here, and today we're going to get really personal. Now, I want to cut straight to the point because there's so much to talk about, but I just want to keep it really simple for you. Today I want to share with you the biggest lesson I've learned from being single for 6 years. It's very rare that I find someone that I'm actually attracted to and create a connection with because I am relatively picky. And that's part of the reason why I've been single for 6 years. Now, there's another reason why, and that other reason why you'll find out in just a second. More recently, I was talking with this girl, and we started talking, and I'm like, is she interested in me? The more we talk, I'm like, I think she is. Everything was going really well. One day, she just stops talking. I started making up all these stories inside my head thinking, dude, Richard, she doesn't like you, man. She's just like every single other girl for the past 6 years that you've talked to. Like, no one really accepts you for who you are. You're just not good enough, man. It is what it is. Throughout the day, that day where we didn't talk and she wasn't responding, and I was just like, dude, what's going on with this? I started to feel really crappy. After a while, I started to realize, dude, Richard, this has nothing to do with this girl. You're feeling sad because this is the story of her life. Every single time someone rejects you, every single time something happens, even if they don't even reject you, you start making up stories about it, and you start thinking that no one likes you. Quite frankly, at this point, I was really confused. I didn't know what to think. I started feeling really sad, and I just wanted to not do anything. I've been in this situation way too many times before, so this time I said, dude, Richard, you gotta get it. You gotta snap out of this, man. You've been sulking for more hours than you should be. And that's when I said, okay, you know what? Who could I call right now? Even though I really don't feel like talking to anyone. And the first person that came to my mind was my sister. So I called my sister. I'm like, hey, Anchi, hey, you got a minute? Hey, yeah, what's going on? This is gonna sound really stupid, but yeah, I feel kind of sad that this person I was talking to, yeah, she just like stopped talking to me. Oh, tell me more. Well, you know what? I started thinking about it, and I started realizing, you know what? I don't think it has anything to do with her, and I think it's more so that I just feel like after all these people who are rejecting me, I just feel like nobody wants to really be with me, and that I'm not really good enough. Oh, that's funny, Richard. I always felt like you're like a really confident person. You've done so much in the past. This is the part of the conversation where I just start crying. In this moment, I started to realize that, dude, Richard, are you stupid? Richard, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you beating yourself up? Why are you letting all these things, all these rejections in your life dictate the person that you are? Because you are not your circumstances. You are what you say you are. You have been spending so much time reflecting on how much of a failure you are. You think you're not good enough. You think nobody will ever accept you. That you haven't realized everything amazing that you've done. The biggest lesson I learned is that we need to love ourselves. We need to love ourselves because we are people. I've forgotten for the longest time because I know how to love other people, but when I look at myself, that's one of the hardest people to love because I'm like, oh no, that's egotistical. I can't do that. I gotta be humble. My humbleness has always backfired on me because it's so ingrained in me, in my subconscious mind, that, oh, you're not good enough. You can't do it, man. That's what I grew up with. I'm continuing to realize that this is my journey. This is my journey to get past that every single moment and move one step forward into loving myself, into realizing for myself that I'm good enough. I deserve much better than I give myself credit for. The one thing I want to leave you with is remember that you also are a person. Look at yourself from a third person perspective. Treat yourself like you would treat someone else that you really love. Maybe it's your mom, your brother, your sister, a friend. And remember that you're a human being too. I think it's been a shame that I haven't loved myself as much as I have because I feel like I've given so much to this world. Me as a human being, like, I'm a beautiful person, and I'm not saying that in an egotistical way. I'm saying that just me, third person, looking at everything that I've done for people, for myself, and grown myself, challenged myself, push the boundaries for myself. So that's something that I get to accept for myself. And I hope that you find that within yourself, and you find that beauty within you. Because I know this sounds super cheesy, but once you get it, everything will just make more sense. Like, I'm a pretty cool guy. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I'm just a cool guy. It is what it is. Like, literally, I do cool things. I help people. I make a difference. These are all things that cool people do. Look at someone that you admire and look at what they do. And if you are doing the same thing, then you're a cool guy to yourself. And that's what really matters. Thank you so much for watching this week. I really love all of you. You are all freaking amazing. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and peace. Woo! Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Richard Kuo here, and today I want to share with you someone who really inspires me. As I share with you this story of what happened, I want you to think about one person that inspires you, or many people. But more importantly, I want you to think about the characteristics of why you find these